Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Mouthful Podcast. I'm apologies for last week. We didn't have an episode releasing, but we are back this week. And this week we have gone on Lesley Bland. Lesley's story is really, really touching, and we do cover the basis of the death of her father. Now, everyone goes through death, but this particular one was it was horrible. I can't sugarcoat it. It was horrible the way it all happened. Lesley's father died during COVID. And of course, we all know the rules of COVID and what everything that happened there. And it was just it was taken away from her. Everything was taken away. And obviously, you'll find out more about what happens in this. But we do cover about grief, loss, anger, emotions, trying to be better, trying to find answers. And it just shows that no matter what age you are, who you are, what gender you are, no matter what you are, you still go through the exact same emotions as what anyone else in this world would go through. So please, please, please sit back and not enjoy this episode, but get ready for a real emotional one. It is. There's not many tears, but it's deep. It is really, really deep. And if anyone is touched by this, if anyone is, I don't even know what the word would be for it, to be honest, affected by it, then please reach out to the podcast, talk to us about it. We might be able to help you, direct you to someone that may be able to help you. But until then, please sit back, listen, watch, whatever it is that you're doing right now, and we will see you at the end. Les,
Hello.
how are you?
Oh, I'm fine, thank you, Lou.
So, for anyone that doesn't know who you are, who are you?
My name's Lesley Bland.
Lesley Bland, okay. Why are you here today, Les?
Because ever since losing my dad during COVID, I don't seem to have gotten over it.
And what topics are we going to be covering today?
I think everything from, because my dad died at the very beginning of COVID, so just absolutely everything, the whole I can't get over the funeral. I can't seem to move on. I can't seem to move on with my life. I just feel stuck and I don't know how to get out of this.
You still feel stuck to this day?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I've been to the doctors. I've upped my antidepressants, which are still on the highest dose now. I've been to counselling twice. It hasn't worked. And now I'm on my second session I go to equine therapy. Yeah. Equine therapy is really good. I do enjoy going there. It takes me there for the full day, with the horses and talking to other people in same situations. But then when I come home, I'm thinking, oh, back again. And I can't get this feeling that's in my stomach out. I feel as though being punched in the stomach.
Yeah.
I just need to get rid of it, and I don't know how.
So, just staying with the therapy for a second, because it is interesting, the equine therapy. It's horses, not donkeys, as the fella over there said.
It is ponies, or horses, yeah.
So, when you first arrived there, that could be just first arrived on the day for each session, when you first arrived there overall. What was the difference in yourself that you felt by going to therapy? Like, how did you feel for the couple of hours that you were there, or the day, as you say?
Well, when I first went, it was somebody who come here who made the referral for me to go.
Was that Ted?
It was Ted.
It was Ted.
Oh, an amazing Ted.
Yeah.
So I went and I was very optimistic, thinking, how can a horse or a pony make me feel better? Now I don't believe in this. But when you go there, you sit around. They don't know, my name is such and such and I'm from. So there's nothing like that. She says, you don't need to speak if you don't want to. So we get married with a horse, basically, and that becomes our horse too. Groom the horse, clean the stables out, take him around the pens for a walk, feed them, just absolutely everything. But while you're doing that, I'm a gabber anyway. You start talking to other people. Then you go back, you have some lunch. And then after that, you do the first week we were there, we went for a long walk where we can, talk to other people. Why are they there? And just stuff like that, really. But I found it really, really interesting. And no 2 days are ever the same. I absolutely love it. And you can go and volunteer as well after your course is finished, which is amazing. Yeah. I love it.
Do you find them with therapy? Because when we seem to go through things, we always seem to be too distracted about what's happened to us or what is going to happen. So it's either we're affected by the past, which is a traumatic thing, or we're affected by the future, which is anxiety. And we do have that big focus, and we do as humans. But have you noticed that when you go to equine therapy, because you've got a focus and you've got things that you need to be able to work with at that moment in time, that's got your full attention, is that where it all goes away? Or is the actual therapy, do you think?
It does. It all goes away because I've got loads to do and it's not stressful. I do it at my own pace. If you've just had enough, you can just take yourself away, go and get a nice cup of tea, sit on your own. There's people walking around who you can talk to. They've got a little, like a little, like a pond. So you can go and sit round there, you can look into the fields. Oh, it's lovely, it's just amazing. So you can just sit and be on your own, or go in and talk to as many people as you want, or just go out and just be with your horse if you want. It's so relaxing and calm. It's very calm.
Yeah. Do you feel like even when you do go and sit on your own or have like a cup of tea or whatever that is, like I imagine you sitting by a tree and like there's like a big picture of
Yeah, by the lake.
Yeah. But do you find that when you sit by yourself, you're still at peace and you're still quite happy and quite comfortable, or does everything come back?
While I'm there, I am at peace,
Yeah.
Yeah, while I'm there.
So what's the difference between being there and being anywhere else? Because you're still by yourself.
Yeah, I don't know, it's like when I come home and then, I've got my job and I don't know, it's weird. I have more time to think. Me boys our Rob's in uni now, so he's away, or he'll go down to his girlfriend's quite a lot. And my other 3 lads are all married now.
Yeah.
So it's just me and Chris, but Chris works permanent nights. So when I come home, I'm on my own.
Yeah.
So I do a lot of thinking then. I'll go down to my brother's an awful lot because obviously he lived with my mum and dad and my brother. And I love going round there because I feel calm when I'm round there as well. Yeah. So apart from the equine therapy, I do feel calm. And then in my brother's, I feel calm.
So
it's weird.
So it's environment then? It's whatever environment that you're in is where you feel calm and at peace?
Yes, it is, yeah.
So have you found a way, or have you found anything that you could potentially do to bring that home? You can't be everywhere else you're trying to be in a calm environment. You've got to also find a way to bring it to your home, haven't you?
No, I haven't, and I don't know how to do that yet. I thought maybe the counselling or the when the doctor upped me medication. No, I just can't seem to let go of what it is. And when I go home to ours, that's when I start thinking again. I don't try not to think of it all the time, but it's there at the back of my mind constantly.
Yeah. Because what I found, because I've done therapy. Have you ever done like any type of therapy or counselling in your life? Even if it's just brief?
Yeah, I've done counselling. Excuse me. I've done counselling a good few years back.
Yeah. Because one thing that I found with counselling or therapy, whatever word you want to use for it, or whatever the difference actually is, they don't tell you the answers. They help you understand yourself more, and then you find out the answers. So I feel like is it how you approach therapy or counselling is how you're going to get the best out of it? Because I remember the counsellor therapist, I had Barbara. She just told me, oh, no, you're like this. Oh, my God, you're this type of person. And then it helped me then be able to unfold then what I like, what I don't like, what makes me tick, what makes me tick-tock. And I found that going into each session then with that mindset made the experience better then and helped me understand, like I said, more about myself and what I need to do then to be able to improve myself. Then instead of waiting for them to go, well, for me to go to them, cure me. Tell me what's wrong with me. Tell me how I need to fix this. Instead of then, you just go to someone to basically just give me the advice about yourself.
Yeah.
The way I personally look at it anyway.
But you want answers, don't you?
You
and
do.
You want to feel better because you don't want to be feeling like this.
Yeah.
What's eating away at me. I'd never ever want to feel like this. You know, I was always like a happy person. You know, when we lost my mum was ill for a long time. My mum, she had COPD. So we were like looking forward, looking forward, isn't that awful? Looking at the future for me mum, and she always used to say, can't cope with this breathing, you know. And then when my mum died, we gave her an amazing funeral, a lovely, lovely way to say to me mum, we celebrated her life. You know, it was just the best funeral ever. If you get where I'm coming from saying that. And then I went to counselling for my mum. But after 6 weeks counselling, I felt great. Because I moved on straight away. Because I knew my mum was at peace. You know, she could breathe properly again. She was with a little son because she lost a little boy who was 2. So she was back there. Now, even though my dad is exactly the same. And, you know, he's back with me mum and he's back with his little son. I've still got bitterness inside me. And I don't know how to get rid of this bitterness. Anger. It is. Just don't know how to get rid of it. Even though I did, well, there was none with me mum. You know, you get the bitterness, don't you, when you're grieving with grief. You do go through stages with bitter where you were thinking, can't stand that person. Oh my God, I hate them. But then after me counselling, it was, I don't hate them. That's just the circle of going through the emotions of grieving, you know. But with me dad now, I just can't seem to get over this. Because maybe I shouldn't, but I look at my mum's send off and then I look at my dad's. Completely different. And, you know, people have said to me, you know, your mum was outgoing and, you know, she would have loved that funeral you gave her. But my dad was a quiet man. And maybe that's the funeral he wanted. You know, but to me it was the cars. You know, we weren't allowed cars. We weren't allowed to bring me dad home. You know, he had to stay in the undertakers. So it's just things like that. And they said to us, there's only 10 allowed to go. Well, in our immediate family, there's 11 with the grandkids. So we were saying, Mum and Arden, who's not going. So my eldest lad said, look, I'm in work that day, Mum. He said, rather than get it off or anybody else say, put their hands up and say, you know, I'll not go. I'll not go, he said. I won't go to my granddad's funeral. I'll go and see him, but I won't go to the funeral. But that upset me. You know, he was the eldest grandson. He should have been there. You know, he just adored me dad. He used to take me. My dad used to pick him up from nursery, take him out on trains. You know, and I keep saying to myself as well, I can't change now what's gone on. So I don't know why I can't let it go.
Do you think what's gone on with the government and Boris and all that, do you think that's compounded it?
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. While they were all partying and they got away with it, why how dare they party, you know, in gangs and my eldest son couldn't come to my dad's funeral. Why, when my youngest son got up and did a speech, when he sat down, I went over to console him because he was heartbroken. I was told to sit down at my dad's funeral because my son was upset. So I had to sit down. And then afterwards, it was just, see you later, bye. You know, even me uncle carried me dad into the creme. But because there was only 10 of us, he had to put me dad down and get off. He couldn't stay. You know, and so it's things like that. There's quite a lot of little things that I can't say coming to a head because I've been like this. It's been 4 years and I still can't let go of it. I just cannot let go. And, you know, being on the antidepressants, going to my counselling, my equine therapy, why can't this get easier for me?
It sounds like there was so many wrongs
There was.
that can't be undone.
You
can't fix them. There's a lot of things that we come across in life where we can still make amends, we can still make changes further down the line, but this is one of them, from what it sounds like, it can't be.
Yeah, it'll never and cannot be changed now.
Yeah.
You know, even stuff, like I've mentioned this to your dad as well. My dad had cancer, so he had prostate cancer. So this is why I say, all men, get yourselves checked. All men get themselves checked. If you think you've got a water infection, get it checked. 2 years my dad was going for the doctor's for water infections. 2 years they were putting him off with antibiotics. And then it turned out it was prostate cancer. But because it had gone on for so long, it had spread into the bones. So, you know. So my dad died in the house on the 17th of March 2020. Now, because he died in the house, you know, this is like a positive I'm looking at. We were allowed to be with him until the undertakers come and took him away. We were allowed to be with him. You know, I understand people in hospital who couldn't even be with their loved ones when they died. I don't know how they managed. I really, really don't know how they coped. Loved ones dying alone, and they're all partying in 10 Downing Street. I just don't get it. So when they took me dad away, we just said, can we bring me dad home? Then we were told, no, you can't bring your dad home now because of COVID. I said, he didn't die of COVID. No, because of the staff coming into your home. Somebody might have COVID. So I thought, well, okay, you know, maybe that's just, it's got to go that way. We can't argue with them. It's the government's rulings. And then we took clothes for me dad. So we asked, and we said to me dad, to the undertaker, I'd like me dad embalming. Because he had cancer, he had little bruises all over him. So we said, can you embalm him? You know, at least we can get him embalmed to make him look a nicer colour. Yeah,
I was going to say, is embalm like where they do like the makeup and that?
Yeah.
They give them a bit more life in that sense,
and they put something into the blood, I think. I'm not really up on it, but they put something into the blood that gives them like a nicer colour.
Yeah.
So we were told, yeah, that's fine, absolutely fine. So when me and my sister used to go in, Jeanette used to go in every night. I couldn't handle it every night, just to kiss him goodnight and God bless. He was still getting bruises. So I said, has my dad been embalmed? They went, yes. But every time I asked to see the paperwork if we'd be embalmed, we'll get it. So I said, okay then. So all they kept doing was going in, putting a bit of foundation on him. And I said to my sister, Ness, I don't think he's been embalmed, you know. And she went, no, I don't think he has. So again, it was just hasn't he? We still don't know to this day. I wrote a letter of complaint in after the funeral, and I was told, he was embalmed. So I'm never, ever going to get answers there. You know, they've told me he was. I said he wasn't, but I'm not the expert at it. He was still bruising, still after his death. They said it was down to the bone cancer that he had. But I don't know. I really don't know. Then we were asked for 3, possibly 4 cars to take the people. Then we were told no, it's only 10. But you can have 2 cars. I thought, well, that's not too bad. 2's better than, none. And then the next day, we got a phone call in the morning to say that Boris has now said that we can't have any cars. The only car that's allowed was the hearse. So we couldn't have no cars. And that upset me because I felt as though, like, at this point, they brought me dad outside the house and we just had to follow the cars. So to me, even though my dad worked hard all his life, he was like buried a pauper. That's the way I feel. We weren't... I felt as though we weren't allowed to grieve either. Because in the creme, as I say, the chairs were spaced out. There was no hymns. There was no songs. It was just a pastor, is it? Because my dad wasn't a religious person, so we didn't get a vicar or a priest. And he just stood at the top and told us as family what we knew about my dad. You know, when you go to funerals and they say about when they were born and all stuff like that, some people haven't heard of that and it's a funny story. With my dad it wasn't, because we knew. We'd done that little speech for him to read out. Again, and I know I keep going back to my mum's funeral because it was a celebration of her life, my mum's. But we asked them not to close the curtains, after the when when you're saying the hymns and the curtain shut. So we said, can you not do it? And they said, yeah, that's fine. So we said, can you not give me dad something out of this? Do not close the curtains. And they said, no, we've got to. So I don't know the reasons for that, So we had no say whatsoever. Boris Johnson dictated my dad's funeral while he's partying, getting drunk with all his mates and Coronis, and got away with it. Got away with it, scot-free. And that's why I can't really seem to move on. I have bad days. I have worse days. Because I just wanted to give him the send-off he deserved. He worked all his life, my dad. Worked hard. He didn't deserve that. And especially being told to sit down, you can't hug your son. Or your eldest son. I won't go to the funeral, Mum. And then nothing afterwards. There was just absolutely nothing afterwards. It was awful. But and most probably my dad's looking down on me saying, let it go, girl. That's what he was like, let it go. So I'm hoping one day I can move on from this.
Do you think you can?
At this moment in time, no.
No.
4 years on, no. It eats away at me all the time.
Has it been a long 4 years or a short 4 years?
A long 4 years. But I know he's happy with me mum, with his little son again. And then I think to myself, well, I wonder if I'm just being selfish. Because he is. I know for a fact he is happy with me mum and my brother. And even his own mum and dad, he's happy there. I celebrated 54 years of me dad. Oh, John, my brother, only had 2 with him. And even on my dad's birthday, my dad's birthday was on the 2nd of July. And, I woke up that morning and I said, oh, happy birthday, Dad. Have a lovely day with me mum and our John. We've spent so many years with you. Now it's time to spend it with them. So I try and say things like this to try and make me feel better. But I still don't, and I don't know why. So if anybody's out there has got any answers to try and get me out of this,
I think it's, obviously I'm no professional, it's just one of my opinions, but I think it's because so many wrongs happen to you. The way you speak about your dad, like I'd be the exact same if it was him,
Yeah,
that you wanted to give them off the send off because they're only ever going to get one, aren't they?
that's it.
And he didn't get it. And like you said, Boris and all of his mates were off partying. It's now come out not long ago, a few months ago, where one of the MPs in the Tory party that was governing these rules said that masks and social distancing didn't really help. It was just a thing that got implemented. So as you find out more and more of all this stuff that's happening, and then he said, Les from Liverpool can't even hug her own son at her dad's funeral. You can't have the curtains open. You can't have a car. It's only a hearse. And I think anyone would carry that with them. They could carry it to the day that they die. I'm not saying that you will do that, but I don't know if there is answers for you. I think there's no such thing maybe as an answer in this. It might just be at one day you just find peace with it and you just understand I can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know that. I know I can't, Lou. I know I can't. There's nothing I can do to change it because it can't be changed. You know, he's gone now. Me and my brothers and my sister were actually saying, where me and me little brother's buried, he's buried in Anfield. My dad used to work in cremations as well, in Anfield Crem. And my brother is buried just behind there. We've still got my mum and dad's ashes. So what we've said is we're going to find... I don't have the deeds. Again, this is another legal argument. To get the name... to get the deeds in my name, I've got to pay Liverpool City Council to find out who's got the deeds. And then they're saying that the people who've most probably got the deeds are most probably dead anyway now because it's gone that long. Because it was my dad's great-grandmother who opened that grave. So what we've spoke about is to get the deed in my name and then we can get a little headstone. So where my brother is, put my mum, my dad and my brother, and let's put them in that grave together. Obviously they are cremated, so it will just be a case of just open them up just to scast them, put them in. But maybe that's a little bit of at peace I'll be when I go there, you know. But as I say, it's just getting all the information first from Liverpool City Council, and it is jumping through hoops. It really is. But whether or not that'll make me feel a bit better, but you know, I have got options there to go to push myself because I don't want to carry on like this. I've got 4 gorgeous grandkids. I want to be able to go and just enjoy and, you know, enjoy them. You know.
What do you like around them? What do you like around
Me
the lads, grandkids, your sons, just around the family? How do you feel when you're around everyone else?
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. I am like, well, he gets me going, oh, such and such, and oh, such and such. He does get me.
You do say that.
I do say it a lot, don't I?
Yeah.
Oh, Bri.
Yeah.
Oh, Net.
Yeah.
Oh, Alan. But even my sons are such and such. And then my grandkids and stuff, I just love being around them. You know, they occupy my mind as well, you know. Our Ella was my first granddaughter born. And my dad died in the March and she was born in the May. So, and my dad used to say, this is a little boy, you know, a little boy. And he was wrong. I want to say to him, Dad, you're wrong, little girl. You know, because I've got 4 sons. 3 of my grandkids were girls, the first 3. And then I have my little boy, little Otis. He's gorgeous. But yeah, so I do love being with them. I love being with my family. I love going out for meals. You know, even our bride just going round and sitting in our braes. You know, we have a laugh. He sends me rude jokes and...
Brian saying rude jokes? No, he would never do that.
Our Brian's so filthy. I go, Bri, is that appropriate sending that to your sister? You know, but that's the relationship we've always had. Do you know what I mean? We've always had banter, and I wouldn't change that for the world. I wouldn't change that for the world, because the way I look at it is, my mum and dad brought us four up like that, to be close, and that's what I want with, you know, my kids, or Net's kids, or Alan's son. The cousins are close, so I do love that as well. And this is why I feel like I get on everybody's nerves, you know, when I'm sitting there and thinking, oh God, am I on a downer here because of my dad? Do you know what I mean? So I don't know.
What do them downers look like? What do they feel like to you? So it might be coming on. You could be at an event. You could be in the house. You could be anywhere in the world. But you feel something coming on. What does that actually feel like? Do you feel physically? Do you feel it mentally?
I just want to cry.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter. I would try and like think of other things. It's still there in the back of my mind. I'm going to cry today.
Yeah.
I'm going to cry. And there's plenty of time, because I'm on my own of a night, because obviously Chris is in work. I do cry myself to sleep. You know, but there's nobody there to see that. So that's all right to me. You know, I'm not getting on everybody's nerves. Whereas if I'll say to my sister, like Arness, I will tell her the way I feel. We are Arness. Yeah. The way I feel. She'll just say, you know, we will have a little chat and stuff like that. But I feel as though I can talk to her more deeper. She'll say stuff, come on, let's go for a cuppa, or, you know, but crying in front of Arness, she cries in front of me. So, well, you know, we just get there and put the world to rights, and then I go in with a massive headache because I've done that much crying. Much crying.
How do you find crying? How do you find, like, the actual function of it? How it actually affects you? Like, some people see it and go, oh, he's crying, oh, she's crying, oh, they're doing this, oh, she's doing it, crying again. And people might find it annoying. There's times where someone might cry persistently, not persistently, but quite occasionally do it. And I'm just like, come on, what are you crying for? Come on. But I don't cry anymore. So, like, I know that's a negative coming from me. But I know if you do have a cry and you just get it out, it is good.
I feel as though I get on everyone's nerves in work because I cry.
I hate work, don't you?
Oh, do you know what?
Do you get on his nerves?
Yeah, he just tells me to shut up. And then...
Good thing you're off camera at the minute.
Tells me to shut up. But then he goes, come on, I'll buy you a Caffè Nero. So he's all right there.
He just wants a coffee out of it. He might like it when you cry.
That's it. He makes me cry.
Yeah, on purpose.
Yeah.
Remember, is your mic on?
Yeah.
Okay.
How do the lads deal with it? The two brothers? Because obviously the makeup's two sisters, two brothers, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With our Bri, I don't think our Bri shows emotion, but again, he's on his own every night. So I don't know what happens when he goes to bed, and you know, he doesn't have anybody to talk to. Our net's around there quite a lot as well. But with our Alan, I think it upsets our Alan more as well, because I remember him just after my dad had died, and he said, Les, this has really, really hit me. But I think maybe I was selfish. I was just going through my own griefs. I never really asked him why, you know. And to this day, I've still not asked our Alan why. Maybe I should.
That could be another thing you work towards.
Yeah. Then. Yeah, maybe I should. Because I know, you know, our Al, he does deal with his mental health, suffer his mental health as well. So, yeah, maybe that's a conversation I should have with him.
That seems to be the classic thing, doesn't it, where girls talk and men don't.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You and your Nettie cry together.
Yeah.
But how did the two lads deal with it?
Exactly. And that's the same, like, with my lads, you know. I don't feel... well, my lads know I've always suffered with my mental health. So I do speak to them about that. But I try not to talk to them much more about it because they've got their own lives, got their own babies, and, you know, I don't want to be, as the way I'd say it, like a burden on them. But with Arnett, I can talk to her and the girl, she's got 2 daughters, but I feel better talking to her and the girls, me 2 nieces, rather than my sons and my brothers. Because I find that they understand more, or they will stop and they will listen. Whereas I feel as though our lads are going, oh God, my mother's at it again. What we were talking about before, whinging. Oh, she's at it again. So I have tried to stop that. It might just be me, the way I think, because I do overthink as well, you know. But with my sister and my 2 nieces, it is a lot easier to talk to.
Do you find that maybe, though, if you do talk to your 2 lads, or you talk to Bri, or you talk to Alan, it might actually be a better conversation because they might need someone else to talk to?
Do you know what, Lou? Spot on. And I've never, ever thought about it that way before. You know, our lads adored me dad. Absolutely adored him. You know, he used to help me take them to school, as I was saying. Took them out, used to get a save away for the lot of them and take them all out on the bus, on the train.
Because the 5 of you, so like I said, your 2 lads, 2 brothers, yourself, you could all be in the
No,
same...
4 sons I've got.
4 sons?
4 sons, yeah.
4 sons. God, there's so many family members.
I know,
What's it like having a family that big?
They're all are.
Yeah?
In my phone book.
Oh, yeah.
my list of is like that.
But do you think then that the position that you're in, everyone else could be in the same position, but because you don't talk to the lads and men are known not to really talk to one another, and you feel like we've all got our own lives, we're all going to do our own thing, that you all need that chat and you all will have to speak about your dad, but no one turns to one another?
Yeah, like avoiding the issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
You could all literally just be doing the exact same thing that you're doing right now. You may feel like a burden, but then also the lads might feel like a burden. Your brothers also might feel like a burden.
Yeah.
Because when was the last time that you spoke to any of them about this whole thing?
The lads. Months.
Months? Or about?
Yeah. And with our Alan and Brian, my brothers had years. Do you know what I mean? And it was his birthday my dad's birthday on the 2nd of July, as I said before. And my sister said, who fancies going out for tea? We normally, you see, when it's my mum and dad's anniversary, we don't do anything. We just go out for our tea. But I couldn't go this time because my son was coming over with the grandkids. So I said, I'll leave it. But it was nice to see me 2 brothers and my sister still go. You know, and I do enjoy family time like that when we're together with my siblings, because I just absolutely adore my siblings. I'd be lost without them, you know. So yeah, maybe a little chat with them. I'll do that. I'll take that on board.
Yeah, I think you turn it more from a little chat into a proper conversation. You get it all out on the table.
Yeah, definitely.
Because, like I said, everyone's getting so busy on with their lives that they don't deal with what's going on in the day-to-day in their head. They try and put a plaster over it most of the time, don't they? They try and just man up and get on with it.
Yeah.
But obviously, if you come talking, you're not going to be a burden. Like I said, they might be looking for someone to talk to. They might be waiting for you. They might be waiting for someone else.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And you know what? I know I've gone on about my family a lot, but I've got 2 friends, Jackie and Denise. I won't tell you Jackie's
proper name on here. Yeah.
But I love her. And you know, I tell them more than what I tell my brothers, and I tell them more than what I tell my sister, because we've been mates 55 years. Been mates since we were 3. So we've been through school together. We got married around the same time. Had our grandkids. Had kids around the same time. Our grandkids. So we've done like everything together, the 3 of us. And I tell them a lot more than what I tell Arnett, because I feel as though Arnett isn't strong enough. She's a lot stronger than me, but there's things where I'll hold back from Arnett because I think, God love you, I don't want to burden you with this.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Whereas with Jackie and Denise, Jackie's gone through it, Denise has still got her dad, but she's lost her mum, so she knows what it's like to lose a parent, the both of them do. So I keep them, I'm meeting Jackie today, but every weekend we normally spend together, the three of us go out for our teas and stuff, but I tell them a hell of a lot more,
Because knowing them from 3 years old to the day that you are now, it's not even a friendship anymore, is it? It's a family now. That's what it is. You're the part of the family circle.
Yeah.
And that's a real big factor that they're playing now.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if they're blood related or not, it's how comfortable you are. So like you were saying then about Ned, there's some things you won't tell her, but that's just knowing what person to talk to on which topics and knowing who to turn to. Because it could be a simple thing as a work matter. You're not going to go to the manager over an IT problem. You're going to go to the IT guy because that's the person that you need to direct the conversation to. And it's the same thing when it comes to serious conversations. You need to be able to know what person that you can turn to in order to be able to get the best response out of them.
Yeah. And I think this is, with this still eating away at me 4 years on, that I am looking at the right person to go to. Where do I go to? Do I try counselling again, or do I just leave it? Do I try and, as you say, talk to my family about it, see if that helps? I don't want to stay on the maximum amount of antidepressants when they're not really helping me. I need to try and lower myself back down.
How long have you been on them for?
It was in 1999. Oh, Craig had an accident.
Yeah.
Fell out the bedroom window. Thought I was going to lose him again. Everything, that was awful. And I could never ever get over that. And I went to doctors and he put me on antidepressants. Oh, they're not addictive, they said. So, yeah.
So I'm just thinking, how long have I been on, man? Was it March or May 21?
Probably was a year into lockdown.
A year into lockdown. So I've been on mine since I want to come off them.
Yeah.
I'm on like 50 milligrams or whatever it is. So I'll go down 25, then come off them. If you've been on them for that long, do you still think they're an antidepressant?
No. Because I think if they were an antidepressant, why aren't I feeling better?
Yeah. So do you think that could also then be a thing that you may look to change in your life?
I'd love to come off them.
Then why haven't you? I know you can't just come off them.
I think, no, I would.
You have to like reel yourself.
Come down.
I tried to do that once actually.
Oh,
I tried to
don't.
just stop, and now I started throwing up like 3 days in. I like withdrawal symptoms.
Yeah. And it's like as if your head's still, but your brain's moving inside, isn't it? It's a horrible feeling. But no, I would love to come off them.
So
I
why
really
haven't
would.
you?
That's going to be my challenge now.
Yeah.
And I'm going to let you know.
Yeah, because no one in this world is stopping you from doing it besides yourself.
No. I think it's a habit, isn't it?
It is.
It's just a habit now to pop these pills in the morning.
Yeah.
It's a safety blanket. That's what it is.
Yeah, like a comfort blanket, yeah.
As you said there, Lou, if you don't take them, physically you mightn't feel it, but mentally you go, I haven't taken my tablets.
Oh, I feel it physically.
Yeah.
So
it will affect you. It will affect you because obviously the FFPs, but like you said, you become psychological comfort.
Yeah.
Not the fact of what they're doing for you.
Yeah.
But it's the psychological. But as Lou was saying before, I got this image in my head, all you four, the two lads, the two girls, all sitting together, talking and having a big whinge together and realising they're not all feeling separately the same. You know what I mean? Everyone's feeling the same, but no one spoke to each other about it.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you go, I'm not alone here. Alan feels like that, or Brian feels like that. Or Nettie feels more like this than what she's mentioned.
Yeah, I know our Alan has struggled because his girlfriend Vicky, she his fiance, she said to me he has been struggling. But again, I've never. I have said to him, I'll meet you in town for a cuppa, because he works in town as well, you see. I'll meet you in town for a cuppa, but there's always something cropped up, so we've never ever got round to it. So that's just an excuse though, isn't it?
As I say,
not
is it
setting it
as
again.
something cropped up or as an excuse? Because I am the master at that.
Yeah,
Anything that comes up, I'm like, oh my God, I've just got a new dog. I haven't really. Oh my
Yeah.
God, I've just got a new job on a Saturday night.
yeah,
Any excuse under the sun, I would just say it. I mean, may take me for it.
yeah. No, I don't know. I can't remember what it was, but with our job, we get people coming in and demanding to see us, don't we? And so maybe I've said, yeah, we'll go, and then someone's come in, and obviously they take priority because of work. Not that they should. But yeah, just silly excuses then, I suppose.
Then maybe don't give him an opportunity to turn it down. Maybe just go to his house. Turn
Yeah,
up at his work. Say, I'm going to see you in 30 minutes. Or something like that. Just put them on the spot to a point where they can't get out of it.
yeah,
It might be uncomfortable for them, but if you feel like it's going to give them the benefit, make the decision for them.
yeah. And I love the bones of them, you know. I love our Alan, Ness and Brian. I love the bones of them. But, you know, what you've said there with me brothers, there is a different... there is a different way I like to talk to them than what I talk to my sister.
Yeah.
And, you know, it shouldn't do, just because the male and female doesn't matter, does it? Do you know what I mean?
No, but it's one of them as well. Like, I'll talk to my dad more than I'll talk to my mum.
Yeah,
But that's just because I think it's because we're lads.
yeah,
Like, with this one then, you might feel like they just understand more. But talking to the opposites, you might find answers that you'll never get from talking to the
yeah,
same.
yeah,
And then you'll understand where they come from. They might tell you things that you didn't even think of. It's like today, you might walk away from something here, from our first proper interaction. So imagine it's someone that you've known for your entire life, that knows you inside out.
yeah, true.
I think it's also the fact that the more time you spend with someone, it's like when we were in work and we used to sit in the same desks all the time. You formed a relationship with that person. And that
Yeah.
person knew when you were down, that person knew. And if you got on well with them, that it was good. I think if you don't spend enough time with the likes of Alan or Brian, you do, but the more time you spend, the more chance of them conversations just creeping in, instead of it being a fixed
Yeah,
thing. So, like you said, you talk more to Jackie and Denise, don't you? Because you're always with them, and it's quality time with them.
yeah,
Whereas probably when you were like not so much Brian but Alan, is that there's probably more family members around, and it's a different environment
yeah.
to sit and talk.
Is it more
Yeah.
like, so do you see like family members more like, don't see them as this, but you see them more on occasions, or like it's a celebration, or it's a meal, or there's a group of yous?
With our Alan, I'd say more so, yeah.
Yeah, so you never get them chances then, do you? Because like where my dad was saying, you'll bounce around people there, won't you?
Yeah,
You'll
yeah.
try and catch up with everyone. But if it is that quality time where you can just sit down and just talk,
Yeah,
then it gives you that opportunity then.
yeah. Because as I say, when I go round to our brides, we don't talk about me dad or me mum. He'll tell me about what he's done in work. I'll tell him what I've done in work. So it's that type of conversation, you know. What he's got planned for the weekend. 'Cause he's got a lot of mates, our bride, so he's always got something planned for the weekend. Clay pigeon shooting or stuff. So I ask him about that, really.
You ask him about his
you know.
life. You ask him about your life.
Yeah.
But you never speak about the past, really.
No.
Why?
No. I don't know. I really don't know. And I think I don't know. I can't answer you. I've never. I don't know. I can't give you an answer.
Because considering how much you think about the past,
Yeah.
you don't talk about it, do you? Like,
No.
to Brian.
Yeah.
Could be another thing you have a chat with yourself about.
Yeah.
More answers there.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking this, let's do an exercise.
Go on.
Your exact situation, mindset, emotions, all that. but transfer them to another person, but they've now come to you. What would you tell them to do in order to be able to make themselves feel better? What advice would you give them?
Talk openly.
Talk openly.
Mm.
Who would you talk to?
People they feel closest to.
What would that be? Friends, family?
Either.
Yeah.
Either, yeah.
What else?
I was going to say get yourself seen too. Go to doctors.
Yeah.
Go to doctors. I don't know. Just to be in each other's company, and because you do find comfort, don't you?
How often should they do that?
Oh God, again, do you know what? This goes back to people's lives. They're busy, aren't they, and stuff, but it would be nice to a couple of nights a week.
So, is that person then too busy, or are they not prioritising it?
Yeah, could be, couldn't it? They're not prioritising it, or they fed up on me. They don't want to listen to me, or they may not want to talk to me. They've got issues, so you don't know.
Well, if they're the close friends and close family that they say and that they love, shouldn't they be the people that they feel most comfortable going to talk to? And they should also be the people that are open enough to go and talk to.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. And I will do that with my friends.
Oh, this isn't about you. This is about this person you're trying to advise.
Oh, sorry, right, okay,
Yes.
sorry. It's all me.
Me. This is not your podcast. Yeah, so this is the person that you're trying to advise right now.
Sorry,
Yeah.
yeah, so, yeah.
Yeah.
So, no, I'd just encourage them to make time to speak to me.
Yeah.
You know, let's go out for the day. Let's go for something to eat. Just take them away from the situation, really.
Yeah. This person then says to you, I feel like they're not really opening up to me. What would your advice be to that? I feel like they're not letting me in. Like they're not wanting to talk.
I don't think you can make someone talk, though, can you?
No.
I don't think you can.
No.
So all you say is, you know, I'll be there for you, and, you know, let's just go for a little walk and have a little chat and see what comes out of that.
I think if you try and force someone to open up,
No. It's not about trying to force someone to open up. Sorry if I got my word mumbled up.
No, it's okay.
It's about you opening up to someone, but whether they're open enough to accept what you're talking about, to listen. That's what I'm on about.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, so if you go to someone with a problem and they're like a little bit shut down, where do you go from there?
That can... The fact's are, you can open up to someone on the bus, can't you? You can sit next to someone on the bus and just immediately get the good vibe off them and end up talking to them about things that you wouldn't dream of talking to someone else about, because you're never going to see that person again. But like I say, you can have the closest friend in the world, but they don't want to talk or see you about personal and emotional things.
I was like that with my friends at first. I didn't want to talk to them.
Do you reckon then, because they say, don't they, sometimes the best conversations in life are with a stranger, because you are so open to talk to them that there's no judgment, they don't know anything about you. That's why people recommend therapists, because it's got to be a blank service. They don't know anything, you can only tell them. But if it's your friend that you go to, they already know quite a lot about you.
Yeah.
So if you start opening up about things they don't know about, there might be that level of uncomfortable from our end, because we're opening up another side of our personality that they've never seen before, and they might not like it, but we want to keep them in our lives.
Yeah, true.
There's been people on this podcast, and the lads that you've known for years, that have said things that basically knocked you off the sheet when you never knew that.
Yeah.
That's the first time they've opened up.
That's creaky.
Yeah. But, you know, I like to say I talk to people and I tell them everything, but really, you don't, do you?
No.
There's not everything you tell them.
Mm.
And then you think, maybe I should have done.
Yeah. Why do we do that?
Sit on our own.
Yeah, why do we isolate ourselves? I know sometimes,
easier.
yeah, sometimes like it feels better, doesn't it? Just to
Yeah.
be by yourself and like you're saying, just a bit of me time. But why are we just programmed to just do it? Or
God
to be
knows.
learn it?
Sometimes though, you like an hour on your own, don't you?
I'd love 24 hours on my own.
See, I'm not like that. I like a bit of time on my own, don't get me wrong, but not long hours.
Mm.
And maybe this is what gets me down because Chris does work permanently. You know.
Have you ever told Chris to come off nights? Or is that a whole
We've
can of worms?
discussed it. Yeah, no, we've discussed it. I've told him to look at retiring, taking early retirement. He's 61 now. But he said no. And I think at 61, you're still young, really, aren't you? Yeah, fella over there. You're still young at 61, so I'm thinking he'd do my head in if he was at home all day. Do you know what I mean? He really would.
There's no
He's a
winning
good
with you.
husband. He is a good husband.
Yeah.
He's a good husband, that he is. So, I don't know. I'd like him to go on to days, and we have discussed it. But that's all we've done, just talked about it. He's never gone in and said, blah, blah. What he did say was, I'll drop a night, and he has done.
Yeah.
So he's off on a Friday night now.
Yeah.
So we normally just go out, go to pictures or go for our tea. So it's nice, that's nice. And then the weekend, but Mondays, I go and sit in Arbra. Have me tea with Arbra.
So I'm going to try and make like a formal opinion so far what we spoke about.
Okay.
Okay. And this might help, or I might be completely wrong. And I want both of you to tell me if I'm right or wrong.
Okay.
I feel like when you talk to people, you don't cut deep enough into the topic or the conversation. You will gab and gab and gab and gab, and you say, I'm a gabber, I can talk all day. But you will talk and gab all day to a certain point where it might be painful or might be too serious to open up about. And I feel like if you dive a bit more into that, you might find more answers and a bit more joy or peace or happiness or whatever it is that the word that resonates the most with you. So your husband might be on days by now. If you just push that bit more,
Yeah.
you might have had that conversations with Brian Allen with the kids. If you pushed a bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you just opened up, and it might be more painful to do it at that moment of time, but a short-term pain over a long-term pain, I think it's an easier choice.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right,
right.
Lou.
Yeah.
You know. And I know that as well deep down.
Yeah.
You know.
I think that's the issue, isn't it? We don't want to. Sometimes you don't want to take that lid off that can of worms. We're dealing with the
needs
data.
to come off though as well,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
You, as Lou said there, you need to suffer. As people, we need to suffer pain, don't we, to get better?
Yeah.
And
Oh,
that's
definitely.
what we
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
It's
we
growth,
crucial.
isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
I'm a massive believer in growth right there.
Yeah.
That we do need to go through the hardship. We need to go through like a type of suffering or whatever it is. It could be small, it could be massive, but it depends on how we react to it. So let's just take it down to what people do day to day, where people go and exercise. You've got to be able to tear the muscle and put it through a type of pain, but then it'll come back bigger and stronger. And then you keep doing that, and over time it'll compound bigger and bigger. And that applies to anything more than likely that what we can do with ourselves. So the conversations, because all I'm thinking of is you've been on antidepressants since 99. You've had 4 years of this constant ache and pain mentally and physically, where you can't seem to shake it. You want answers. You're going to therapy. You're going to counselling, whatever it is. You're doing the equine therapy, but you still haven't found an answer.
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
And I want to. I really, really do want to. Because I don't like feeling like this.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I do. I need to start looking around. take on board what you've said,
There's answers out there, and there's answers out there for us all.
but
And
it's getting to know what them answers are. them
yeah,
answers
sometimes
and-
they could just smack you in the face, but other times you
Yeah.
got to look for them. It's weird the way they appear, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah. Like I say, it's one of those things where you keep doing the same thing, we're getting the same results.
yeah,
So you have to go, I need to change what I'm doing here. Like you were saying about muscle. Muscle gets used to the same type of weight training.
Yeah.
So you have to mix it up at times to bring it back and revigorate it again.
There's like nothing
Yeah.
grows in the comfort zone.
mm. Yeah, no, spot on.
Do you feel like you're in a comfort zone?
Here,
As in this
in
podcast?
here,
In here, now. In life at the moment?
No,
No.
no, I'm not.
So what do you feel like you're in at the minute?
It's just a bit. I don't know. I'm just still a bit unsettled.
Mm,
Can't be happy.
can't be happy.
Can't be happy.
You're looking
but
for an answer, aren't you? And you don't know
I
what
do.
it is.
I
Yeah.
feel like
You want an answer to why you're feeling like that.
Yeah,
And all you've done is not found that answer at the moment.
and I want to find it.
Yeah,
so
that answer will be out
badly.
there somewhere, won't it?
Yeah.
do you think that could be the answer? I mean, the reason, sorry. Are you looking for an answer, or do you feel like you're fixated on finding an answer? I can't speak there. Yeah,
I want an answer.
yeah.
Because as I say, no one wants to feel like this. It's horrible, horrible. You can't feel as though you can't move on.
Mm.
Got no happiness. And I would love to move on, and I'd love to find that answer.
Do you try and find that answer every day? Or just now
Um,
and then?
No, it depends on how low I am.
Mm.
When I'm really low, I do try and look for answers then, but again, I don't know. I just don't know what to do,
I think there's
you know.
going to be tens of thousands of people out there feeling exactly like you,
Mm.
especially through the COVID and losing people, stuff like that.
Yeah,
All sitting there going, why do I still feel like this? But the thing is that every time COVID's mentioned on the news or Boris Johnson's mentioned because the way the government dealt with it, it just brings it all back,
Mm-hmm.
doesn't it?
It
Just
does.
refreshes it all again.
it does.
And that then sets you down and you've got to pick yourself up again.
Yeah,
And you could then pick yourself up and hear something on the radio in the car again. And you
Yeah.
subconsciously have that down effect. Like I say, it's a case of you're not there alone. There's going to be tens of thousands of people
yeah.
who have felt the same way.
And you know what? I totally get that. And this is in a way where I'm thinking I am a bit more like lucky in a way, because I was with me dad when he died. When he took his last breath, I was with me dad. And I feel sorry for the people who their loved ones died on their own in hospital. I don't know how they've ever got over that.
We've got a very good friend we used to work with. Last thing he seen, his mum was going out the door.
Yeah, she wasn't well. I think she had a water infection, they said. And he was standing at the top of the stairs, and he just looked down, and he seen his mum getting taken out by the paramedics. That was the last time he seen his mum alive.
Yeah, I remember my dad telling me that one not too long ago.
Yeah.
Either.
And she caught COVID while she was in there, but she was really ill, and they wouldn't let them in.
Have you ever spoke to him about it?
Yeah, he's got a lot of anger, hasn't he? And he's a lot more angrier, I'd say, than he's carrying a lot more anger around, I think, than me. What do you think?
Yeah, I think he is. He's holding it different, isn't he?
He is,
Yeah.
yeah. Because I have tried to speak to him about it, but I give more feedback than what he does.
Yeah.
He just goes, no, it just kills me. He said that was the last time I seen my mum. Last time I seen her, the last time he had anything to do with it was when he was burying her.
Yeah.
He said they wouldn't even lift the lid off the coffin. He said because she had COVID. He said so from here going out of that door to going into the ground. He said that was it. He said how do I even know that was it? you know.
I attended that funeral, and it was in, can't even, I think it was Ford Cemetery, can't remember exactly. But there was about 60 people there, and they were scattered right across the cemetery. There was like a couple of people here, a person there just scattered it, because people couldn't gather together.
Yeah.
And it was just weird, really strange, just watching all these people. But
Horrible,
you
horrible
were standing
feeling.
like 100 yards away from the grave, watching. It was like you just onlooking instead of being part of it.
Yeah.
What strange.
It was horrible. And wearing masks and stuff like that in the crowd. You know, there was only us. But this only happened last week. One of the songs come on. One of the my mum wanted one of these songs plays at a funeral because my mum was ill. We discussed my mum's funeral. We had loads of input. You know, that's why she said this is a celebration of my life. And she told us she wanted this particular song. So anyway, last week I was coming in from work and it come on, and that really upset me. Not because of my mum, because we weren't allowed that at my dad's funeral. That's upsetting.
What upset you the most about the whole thing?
Because he was like buried a pauper. Boris Johnson. I blame the Conservatives, Boris Johnson and his crew, for the stupid rules that were made. And I know, and I do know, nobody knew at that time. But to not let us have any cars, not let us bring me dad home if he didn't have COVID. We weren't allowed hymns. We weren't allowed to sing. We weren't allowed to sit near each other, even though we were all in the same bubble. The rules were just pathetic, you know. But when he caught it, he was straight in, wasn't he? He was all right, getting treatment.
Like you said before, that was all compounded, weren't it? All in
Yeah.
feelings about what they were. So many members of the Tory party were doing.
Yeah.
Having parties, all sitting together.
Got away with it as well.
Yeah.
Got away with it, you know. And our John was saying he was just going round, just giving fines out for people because they had 4 people around. So it was pathetic, absolutely pathetic. So going forward, we'll try and get off these answers or cut them down. Cut them down, yeah.
I'd say that would be like the first thing that you should do.
Yeah, because I don't like being on them.
No one likes being like
No,
I
God.
find manners but annoying now. To take them, like I still have to take them every night before I go to bed.
Yeah.
Happy hour.
Yeah. Even if I can cut them down to half.
Yeah.
For now, because they do take a couple of years to get out your system. For the amount of years I've been on them.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, but yeah, I'm going to give it a go.
Because you could look at it like that they're more of a numbing thing than
They
a
are.
helping thing. So if you get that numbness out of you,
yeah,
I'd help you with a lease of life.
I hope so. I hope so. And you know, I've even like got to say to you, don't I, Anne? I love going to the gym and stuff like that, and aqua aerobics and stuff like that, me time, and I love it. I love coming home feeling exhausted and then just going to bed. And that's on my good days, you know, so.
You find that you start off and go in the gym, but it doesn't last long.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Whereas you
Can't be bothered.
Yeah, you burn out within a month.
Yeah.
Why?
Don't know. Really don't know the answer.
Can't be bothered. Yeah. Just got no.
Trying to maintain.
Get up and go.
Same with diet, trying to maintain it. There's definitely something in your subconscious stopping you from doing it.
Yeah. Definitely.
I'm trying to think where I can call you. No. I'll just look at it as we need to move, we need to exercise, we need to take care of our joints, our bones, our ligaments, tendons, muscles, physical health, mental health. We need to take care of our gut health. So obviously that depends on what food we put in. I just don't understand how it's so difficult to do. Like, once you get into a routine of doing it, yeah, it can be a ball ache. Like, you know, trying to meal prep or something for 3 days. It can take an hour or two up with your Sunday night and then an hour or two with your Thursday or whatever. But we need to do them things.
Yeah, because you feel better when you've done them, don't you?
Yeah, it's like I said to my dad before, I've started a challenge today called 75 Hard. And one of the things is you got to eat clean. But when I look at it and think, oh, I'm going to eat clean, I'm going to start eating healthy. But when you look at it, eating clean is just eating foods that are like what actually meant to be eaten. We're so much in this processing world where we just eat processed foods. Like, for instance, the food that I grew up on in the house, or just frozen chicken dippers and
Chicken nuggets and chips.
yeah. It's like
We
it's
all
not,
know that.
yeah, it's just not proper food though, is it?
Yeah.
I want a pizza. Yeah, I'm gonna have a frozen pizza.
Yeah.
You're
yeah.
gonna have to cut that out. Of the video.
Okay.
She might have killed.
No, she won't. She won't. I just won't turn up anymore. Yeah. But that's what it is though. Like once you get into the habit and routine of it, and I think the biggest thing of it is having a plan, knowing what you're going to do. If you walk into a gym or if you go to a kitchen aimlessly, you're like, it's overwhelming because
Yeah.
you could look at all the meats and all your rice and all your seasonings, or you could go to the gym, see all these machines and treadmills. You're like, what the fuck do I do here? But if you go in with a plan, it helps you stay more consistent.
Yeah, it
You
does.
don't have to go every day. Obviously, as you're going to get older, I mean, you're old, do not take offence. But as you get older, your
I'm not
body...
60, yeah.
No, not yet. Your body will get more tired and you will feel like you can't do as much. But doesn't mean that you still can't do a bit every day or so much every other day. It's like with him, his diet is pasta
Yeah.
and pasta and then pasta and then a butty and then coffee. And it's like, how sustainable is that before the body reacts to it in a negative way, before your body breaks down? So if you're saying, like when you went there, I enjoy going to the gym, I enjoy going to the aerobics, I thought, oh, this is great. I love hearing that.
Yeah.
But then when I go to the gym, when I first started, when I was 18, going to pure gym, when I stopped, he would be like, why aren't you going? He would try and get me going,
Yeah.
And then there'll be times I've come back into the house. Like last year, I had a cut, finished my cut, and I was the leanest I've ever been in my life, and I was really lean. But then after we got the dog, I got a dad bod, literally. Yeah, I am a dad to a dog. But he gave me the pat on the belly. Oh, this has come back, hasn't it? And now he means it. I don't take any offence to it. And now someone might go, oh, he's fat shaming you, but I don't care. Because it'll make me go, fuck, I need to get back in.
Yeah.
But I done it to him the other day as well. I gave him a little pat on the belly. But it's like, all these years he's given me the advice to get up and go. And he knows what I need to do. Why isn't he done it?
No comment.
Why no comment?
I don't think I've got the discipline to do it.
Why
But
don't
then,
you?
then I think I do have the discipline. But I don't know. I'd love to be able to do it. I'd love to be able to go in the kitchen and prep food. I'd love to go to the gym on a regular basis, like then go exercise in the house on a regular basis. One thing I have done, and I'm very proud of the fact of, like, when I done the push-ups 3,000 press-ups in April, I've maintained 25 to 50 press-ups a day.
Yeah.
Which I feel psychologically better. If I don't do 25 press-ups when I first get up in the morning, I feel psychologically I'm not the same. I feel better in myself. I walk straighter, I feel better.
And you do, don't you? You do feel better in yourself.
You do, because every time that you do something and you're proud of it, you're adding it to like this mental achievement walk. I've done this. I've done that. Like there was a video that was currently trending not long ago, and there's a lad running in the rain and he's recording himself, and he goes, imagine when you get old and like your grandchildren say to you, oh, no, granddad, what did you do with your life? And you go, well, I never really done too much, you know. Like I was a bit scared of what people thought. I didn't want to try things. And he was like saying all these things that a lot of people go through on a normal day-to-day basis. And it makes you sit there and think, I had a boring life. So if you do them things where you wake up every day and you do your 25 push-ups, you go and do your exercise, your aerobics or whatever, you go and spend time with your family, you go on holiday for your birthday and complain about it. It was hot. Yeah. But if you add these things every day, no matter how small or how big it is, you feel better about yourself.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. So he built a
Certainly do.
habit, and that's why he stayed in it, because he was able to build a habit and he knew what he needed to do. And then it just became second nature.
Yeah.
And habit can be either good or be bad. He's built a good one and you feel better for it.
Yeah.
So
I think modern day it's easy to build bad habits, isn't it?
everything's convenient.
Yeah. We can sit here now and order a ton of food to arrive at this door.
Can we?
Yeah. No, we can't. Can't afford it. But that's what you can do. We get home, we binge watch Netflix or whatever else.
Yeah.
It's all designed to stop you making you, like you were saying before about food. You go into supermarkets, your Asda's, your Tesco's, and 90% of the food is pre-packed.
Yeah.
Ready to be pre-cooked, isn't it, type of thing?
Yeah.
It's all designed that way.
Yeah. What's like the main supermarket that you go to? Just
Tesco.
Tesco. When you walk into Tesco, think how many aisles you have to go through before you get to the proper food. Everything's buy me. Like this, get this. So,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It
When
is,
I
isn't it?
think, if I think of like Asda and Tesco, they always seem to be like the far left corner and the entrance is at the bottom right corner.
Yeah.
So you got to get through the entire shop before you get to like your actual proper foods. I know
Yeah.
your fruit and your veg would be there more or less bang on you. But other than that, everything just seems to be over there.
Yeah.
Everything's like, oh, I'll buy the crisp. Oh, I'll buy these pizzas. I'll buy this
Yeah.
chocolate. It's just there.
By the time you look, your trolley's full of junk food, isn't
Yeah.
it?
You walk into a supermarket at the moment, the first thing you hit is a load of ale.
Yeah.
All the ale's right by the way as soon as you walk in. And the easiest thing to get in any supermarket is ciggies and to gamble.
Yeah.
They're the
Oh,
customer
the
service.
lotteries, yeah.
Yeah. Thinking, why aren't the ciggies right at the back, out the way?
Yeah.
Make it more difficult, but they don't. They make sure that anything negative is right in your face. Because they're the money making things for them.
They're probably also as well the easiest things to carry around. I think, oh, a box of
Yeah.
CDs is only that big, straight into your pocket, boom, gone. If you want to gamble, scratch, bin, because I've lost again. Yeah. But it's like all these things, they make us feel better. So like, for instance, that's why I want to do this 75 hard. So it's 2 workouts a day, 1 has to be outdoors. You've got to be at least 45 minutes. You've got to take a progress picture every day. You can't have any alcohol, no cheat meals. You've got to drink 4 litres of water a day, and you've got to read 10 pages of a self-development book, so like no story, no nothing like that. Now, if you were able to do one of them things every day, you'd feel good for it. So about being able to do all of them for 75 days on the bounce, you'd feel really good after it. But it's just adding them accolades to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what you could do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it won't be a minute.
But maybe to help yourself as well, you just focus more on yourself. That could be another factor that you look into.
You made a very good point before where you said about movement and it's been established on it.
Yeah.
That when you're feeling down or anxiety, it stops when you move. Movement actually creates positive endorphins. It takes your mind away. It seems to be when we're stagnant. That's why a lot of people suffering stress in this world now, because they sit at a desk all day. And it creates its own anxiety. Like a fella who works on a building site doesn't suffer with the same stresses. Might have personal stresses, but don't suffer with work stresses that someone in an office does, because they're moving about. And it's weird the way your body works to the basics. We're not designed to sit down all day. We're designed to be moving about and doing things. And those things about sitting down and getting in your car and driving create their own negativities within your body.
Yeah.
There was a comment, wasn't it? I've just sent off for actually a book saying, what is it? Your body remembers or something. Your body stores your memories. So subconsciously, you might remember something, but your body carries that negativity. I'm looking forward to reading that because you think it sounds good. That.
Yeah, that's a traumatic thing. So we've got a couple of kids like that. They can't remember what's happened to them in early life, but the body can remember. The body can go into a fight or flight stage.
Oh.
I feel like we went off on a big random tangent then. We've completely. What were we even talking about? Yeah.
Yeah.
But there are so many paths out there for you. You may never find an answer, but as long as you can keep trying to take paths.
Yeah, and I will.
Yeah.
I will.
You'll do it. I don't know.
As you said,
Well,
Les,
thank you for having me on.
Oh, he wants to talk now.
as you said before about the equine therapy takes you away, doesn't it?
Love it.
Takes
Absolutely
you
love
to,
it.
and it takes you to a different world. And maybe sometimes that's what we need. Take you away from your day-to-day stuff. Like when we, obviously, we can come back and complain about the weather and the food, but as I was chatting to someone at work, I said, but when you're away, you're not worried about, like, oh, the dishes need doing. Oh,
Yeah.
that need. Oh, look at this.
Yeah.
You're not worried about the day-to-day basics that are always there
Yeah,
in your
true.
brain, aren't they? Because when you're abroad, you don't worry about it when you're on holiday. But when you're at home, you always got worrying about those stupid little things. Your mother's going to shout at me because you haven't done the dishes, stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true, that though, isn't it?
Yeah.
You do relax on holiday.
You do relax. Obviously, that's why we do it. Wish we could all have a holiday for
Yeah.
6 months a year, twice.
Oh, wouldn't that be lovely?
Yeah, twice a year, 6 months both times. But I've got nothing else that springs to mind to carry on
Well,
this
no, you've given
conversation.
me quite a lot to
I
focus
hope
on,
so.
so
I
I
hope.
will do.
Yeah,
And I'll tell your dad.
and I want feedback from him,
Yeah.
from yourself. So, that was Lesley's podcast. It was emotional. And I tried so hard to really, really help. And Les might have been able to take something away from this today. Who knows? But it was a really, really tough episode to try and find the positives to move forward, but also not knowing anything about the pain that Lesley's been going through for the past 4 years, or most of her life, where she was saying that she was taking tablets since 1999 to help her. It's sad to see the people that are close to your family, and then you treat them like family, and they go through all this. It is hard. It's hard to sit by and not have that power to be able to change it. But that's why we're doing this. We're trying to change people's lives, and we can help as many people in the world as we can. But there may be something that we may not be able to fix. But Lesley's not going to be one of them. I can tell you that now. She's going to find the answers, and she's going to take something away from this podcast. So we're still doing all right. But enough for me. I'm going to get off your screen, get off your phone or whatever it is that I'm on right now. And we will see you for the next episode. I've waffled on so much. And see you for the next episode. Bye now.